Alright, I'm playing Andromeda against NBN Making News. The other player I'm playing against is theryanburke. He won the Colorado Regionals last year. This was recorded the night before Regionals this year. He sent me a message, said he couldn't decide between 5 different corp decks to show up to Regionals the next day. So asked me to hop on and pull out my most aggressive criminal deck, so here we are. I'm normally more of a Gabriel player, but I've been playing Andy a little bit more lately as most of our metas shifted to Gabe. So this is what I got. Pretty standard suckers Andy. And Ryan opens with the rare elusive double sweep turn 1 against Andromeda. So he starts with 26 credits. And in thinking about the most efficient way to get these cards out of my hand, I make a pretty big mistake in playing Data Sucker before my sure gamble. So that's going to cost me a card at the end of my turn here. Playing the fairy out, setting up for runs on future turns, not because I need it this turn. That also saves it from net damage if I run into a snare or anything in R&D. See, RSVP is the ice on R&D. And then I'm going to play out same old thing and discard the diesel. I've already got a Siphon in hand. Play economy with the Siphon and the sure gamble. I got a special order, go find a breaker I need. Really not too concerned with card draw at this point. And Ryan draws a card and installs 2 ice on R&D. So I'm going to get money here, and then we're going to start getting him to spend that double sweep money. I'm really surprised he reses the Bastion right there. That tells me there's probably agendas in headquarters. Brian's a smart player. He doesn't have any big ice out to be shut down. He would normally leave that ice unres to scare off the Siphon play with just 1 ice there, so I'm guessing he has agendas in headquarters right now. That sets up nicely for me because now I can special order my barrier breaker and Siphon him. And he leaves the ice on headquarters just 1 thick, creates a new remote server with ice on it and 2 cards in the server. My first instinct is Sansan and an upgrade. Something protected, be it Ash, Caprice, a trap. So I'm going to run just to see if he reses that ice, and he reses a Data Raven. I don't think he's going to protect an agenda in there with a Data Raven.
Login rejected.
So I jack out, but I am going to go ahead and pull my barrier breaker and Siphon so that he doesn't have the money to res Sansan and install and score an agenda on his turn. I've started running Snowball instead of Corroder. Our mate is very power shutdown heavy right now. So Snowball's been my response to that. If he's running Scorched Earth in this deck, I've got a problem because I'm sitting with 2 tags and 2 cards in hand. He won regionals last year with an NBN Scorched deck. So I probably should have thought about that one a little bit more, but I was pretty desperate to stop the Sansan res and Astroscript play, if that is what he has in his hand. He's going to spend 2 credits and a click to toast same old thing. And basically knows that's going to be used for Siphon next turn if he doesn't get rid of it. Which it would be. And we're going to go find out what's on R&D. He's seeing it just 4 credits right now, so I'm not too worried about not being able to break whatever's behind that RSVP. And he reses a pop-up window to keep me out and gets a credit for his trouble.
Login rejected.
Now we're going to draw a couple cards. And there's another Siphon. He's sitting at 5 credits. He's got nothing protecting him aside from that Bastion. So we're going to go ahead and run that Siphon to bankrupt him. Actually, wasn't thinking. I should have been using my data sucker tokens, and I waste a lot of money in this game not using those data sucker tokens on that Bastion. But I've got a lot of money, and Ryan's now broke despite the double sweep. Takes a turn just pulling credits. Now we're going to go see what that is. Because if it's a Caprice, he's only going to have 1 credit left to play the side game with. If it's an Ash, he's not going to be able to stop me from getting through there. If it's a Snare or something protecting it, he doesn't have the credits to res it. And if he had Scorched Earth, he would have already killed me. So it is a Caprice in there. Now he's only got 1 credit for the side game work, so we're going to spend 0. Oh, I take a moment here to, one of the most commonly missed rules right now is Caprice's trigger is immediately after the runner passes all the ice. So, normally for upgrades and assets, you wait and res them once you know the runner is continuing accessing. If you wait till that if you wait till that window with Caprice, that's after the runner's already passed all the ice, and she has no effect because you missed her trigger. She wasn't res for her trigger. So as a note, if you want Caprice to go off, she has to be resed. The same window you would normally res the innermost ice. So I lose the side game on the original, but that means Ryan's down 0 credits, so I'm going to turn around and run right back again to blow up the Caprice. Much to my surprise, that is not a Sansan City grid, that is an Astroscript. Kind of surprised he let that sit there. He would have dropped down to 2 credits when he had the window a turn ago to score that. He elected instead to trash the same old thing, so I think the right move for him there would have been to go ahead and score the Astroscript. And now he's stuck just drawing for credits. Pulled Desperado, which is always good to see. And now we're just gonna keep him spending money. We're going to run headquarters, see if we find anything, and then shut down either the RSVP or the Bastion. And then we're going to run wherever we shut down. We're just going to keep him spending money here. And I pull a bill on the headquarters access. And blow up the RSVP. Well, not blow up, just deal it. Killing me in watching this again that I wasn't using those data sucker tokens. Well, those headquarters runs are costing me a lot more than they should have. And we're gonna run back here, see if he spends 4 for RSVP again, and he does. So we're gonna jack out before he can get his pop-up credit. And run back to headquarters. Now we're gonna shut down something else. just make him waste his money while we look for agendas. And we find another agenda in headquarters. So we're going to derez that bastion now. Here's security testing, one of my new favorite cards. Katie Jones is pretty worthless here now. It's my first time playing with security testing. Check for a minute there, make sure it doesn't go off on its first turn. But yeah, you select a server when your turn begins, so if it's not installed when your turn begins, it has no effect. And we're running back on headquarters, see what he reses here. He's at 4 credits. 1 credit with Caduceus. I believe that's the first card besides Caprice that we've seen of his influence. Between Caprice and Caduceus, you can probably safely assume he's not running a full suite of Scorched Earth, but he might have 1 or 2 still splashed in there. The goal now is to stay at 4 cards and keep him below 6 credits. Gonna let him get his money there, save our money for the end the run trace, which he doesn't bump. So it costs us just 1 credit to go through, and now we're gonna see if he wants to res the bastion and go back to 0 credits. And he doesn't. Man, should use those data sucker tokens. But there's another agenda, and that's game. Went on to find out he only had 1 agenda in headquarters each of those times, and I just had some lucky pulls there. But that's a decent example of just how to maintain pressure and bankrupt an NBN Corp that starts with 26 credits on turn 1. Catch you next time.